turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta give respect for my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state, and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay y'all.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. A new era begins here in Indy as the Jags and Colts are underway to begin the new season. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The NFL's active leader in rush yards, Derrick Henry.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Stroud now on second down.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop it. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble, finding room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Flush to his right. And he'll He'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So this, a great matchup here in Indy. You get a divisional game right out of the gate. But Charles, what do you see in store for these two teams in 2023?
Indianapolis trying to get themselves reestablished as a playoff team, but they've kind of hit the reset button a little bit. While Jacksonville, coming off of a big finish in 2022, they believe they're the team to beat in the AFC South.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
19 Lions.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. David Montgomery, 14 yards.
And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. On the counter, it's Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Stroud looking to throw. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot. it, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Stroud now on 4th down. Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Henry up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Here we go on 2nd and 12. As this complete to Woods. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he go in the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Channing Tindall in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Play action. Stroud now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Richardson off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Richardson. Left side, he finds Smith-Njigba. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Stroud. A check down here for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. 4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
19 Tiger.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
Likely making
Coach.
plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
70, go.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And now they're in the hurry up. Richardson now on 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense. And a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
70 Lions. 18, Pioneer. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Pass complete. He's got Smith-Njigba. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. And they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. A read option. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, here's the option. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Here we go, set.
Montgomery. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Chris Olave from 17 yards out. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Ryland on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Rolling to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Stroud here on third and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action with Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some wins. I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And they'll run it here. Oh, this one, that may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Inside handoff, Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Okay, ready?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Back to 60, back to 60.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
On 1st down, Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Jags are right back in this football game.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Emmanuel Ogbah finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stroud backed up near his goal line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Danson in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good, and it's now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Flush to his right. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall.
That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Jaguars on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Complete. It's Henry. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
On the bootleg, Stroud. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Stroud on third down now. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down, here's Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Chris Olave.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it is 28-0.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cougar 19. Let's go.
Stroud now on first and 10.
Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
At the 35-yard line.
60 Eagles.
Running from the gun with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Now here's Stroud on third down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Viking 18.
Stroud now on 4th down. Able to connect with Dotson. He's across midfield. He's on his way. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
A 67-yard gain on the play.
Stroud looking to change the play. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And now an audible here into something else.
Mustang 19.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Touchdown, Jaguars! Odell Beckham from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Olave with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now Ryland for the PAT.